I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm strong to the finish 'cause I eat me spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
What's up, guys? I finally finished this Popeye cab. I've been kind of just picking at it little by little as I've been like working in the garage, cleaning up, or hitting the gym, that kind of stuff. So I made a little progress, put it on pause, make a little progress. That actually is why it took a little bit longer to put this guy together, because I actually had all the pieces here. But yeah, just finding time nowadays, life just getting hectic, you know. Adult responsibilities takes up most of my time. But yeah, everything's put together now. I wanted to give you guys a walk around before I put this into the Nintendo row. Everything, I mean, it's pretty clean. I got the original control panel overlay on there, so we got some cigarette burns. But I try to use original parts as much as possible. In some cases, it's actually cheaper than getting reproduction. But so I ended up getting the marquee, the bezel, and the control panel kind of as a bundle from Club. And I think I only needed one part because I actually had, I think I only needed the marquee because I had another bezel and control panel overlay. So now I just actually have an extra kit for Popeye. But it worked out. I mean, it's in pretty decent shape with just a little bit of cigarette burn here, which is typical with a lot of these older games. This is a new card. It looks a little faded just because this is kind of scratched up from people resting their hands there. Marquee's in good shape. New light bulb behind there. Bezel has minor scratches. You can't really tell though. But yeah, all in all, I think it looks pretty good. New side art. That is reproduction. And we got new T-molding on here also. Paint is holding up pretty well. Back door. Just a back door. But yeah, so I thought maybe today we can actually play some Popeye, because we don't really play these games as soon as I build them out. I mean, we play a little bit and then we just kind of shove it in the corner and then move on to the next project. I think we should at least play this a little bit and see if we can't get to the last stage. There's only 3 levels in the game, and then after the 3rd level it just repeats again with a harder difficulty. And the object of the game is to essentially just collect whatever Olive Oyl throws down. Like in the first level, she throws down these hearts, and as Popeye, you're supposed to go around and collect these hearts. I forget how many there are. I want to say 25. And then they float down, and meanwhile, while you're trying to collect them, this guy, this a-hole, keeps interrupting you and, like, I guess, try to stop you from collecting your hearts, because there's like a love triangle thing going on. He wants Olive Oyl, but that's your chick, so you gotta go get her hearts. So he'll like beat you up and throw beer bottles at you because he's an alcoholic, I guess. And then when he's not messing with you, we got this sea hag over here that throws skulls and other crap at you. And other levels, you got this vulture that comes down and swoops and hits you and knocks you out, and then you lose a life. So you get hit with anything, you don't start the whole level over. You just well, you start the level over, but you still maintain the hearts that you collected. And then you have your spinach can you can collect. That's kind of like your star power. If you get that, Bluto will run away. And if you touch him, you knock him out and he falls to the ground and he's out of the game for about 5-10 seconds. Enough time for you to go collect the hearts. And then the second level, you're actually not collecting hearts, you're collecting music notes. I don't think that's actually portrayed on the bezel or artwork anywhere. So I guess you're trying to serenade Olive Oyl, but it's the same idea. It's just throwing music notes, like quarter notes, eighth notes. And then the 3rd level, you're on a pirate ship for some reason, and she's up in the crow's nest throwing out letters that spell help. So you gotta collect letters in that case. And then after that it repeats and gets harder and harder. But it's fun. A lot of people, this game gets a lot of hate as far as other Nintendo games go. It's not as popular as like Donkey Kong. It's definitely needed to go inside your Nintendo row back there if you want to collect all the Nintendo games. But I actually liked the game. I was playing a little bit after I put it together, and I don't know, maybe I just have different taste in games than most people, but I think it's fun. My family likes it. It's a cool game. I think it's going to stick around. And you see it came out here in 1982. We can focus there. 1982 Nintendo of America Incorporated. Also 1982 King Features Syndicate, which is the license holder for Popeye. They're a publication distribution company, and later released King Comics. So they made like Popeye comic books. Was it Felix the Cat? I can't remember a lot of the other cartoons. A lot of this is before most of our times. So yeah, they ended up getting the rights to Popeye to release this for a Nintendo game. And I actually read online that Donkey Kong was supposed to be, that Donkey Kong was supposed to have a Popeye theme. It wasn't even supposed to be Mario, Pauline, and Donkey Kong. It was supposed to be Popeye instead of Mario, Bluto instead of Donkey Kong, and Olive Oil instead of Pauline. And if you think about it, it's really similar gameplay. It's like that love triangle again, where Bluto would kidnap Olive Oil, and then you as Popeye would have to go rescue her. But they couldn't get the rights, I guess, from King Features in time, so they ended up having to use an original idea. So then, yeah, they finally got the rights to Popeye a few years later and made its own game. And it's on free play right now, which is why you get this this ugly splash screen, which is going to be bad if you have this running on all day in your garage or arcade, because this will burn into your screen. But it's convenient because you don't have to put quarters into it. So yeah, let me set the tripod up and let's play a little bit of Popeye. Alright, I'm going to press player 1, and hopefully I don't suck too bad at this game. Alright, so I'm Popeye on the left, and on the top row, if you see that sign where it says through, you can walk to the other side. Kind of like Pac-Man. And you see Bluto will jump up and try to get you. Get out of my face. While you're trying to do your thing. And you gotta navigate down these steps. You can see he just threw a bunch of beer bottles at me. And he's faster than you too, which I think is kind of messed up. But I guess he takes breaks, so you can outrun him. Oh, I missed. So if you hit that, punching bag at a, whoa. Oh my God. So much going on. So you gotta get these hearts before they sink, and then you actually lose points. Oh my God. Come on. Yeah. The Sea Hack's throwing beer bottles at me too. Ah, and see, Bluto got me. So it gets a little nerve-wracking towards the end. But if your heart sinks to the bottom, you actually lose points that way. You know, I'm gonna get this can of spinach and beat Bluto's ass. Where do you think you're going? I'm not gonna get him, am I? Yeah! Take that, you punk. And how many more hearts do I gotta get? I think going 3 more. And then Sea Hag's throwing beer bottles at me too. Nope. So he can get you from above or below. And then you actually jump. Yep, there he goes. You can jump down. Oh, you mofo. Sea Hag. Yeah, I think we just need 2 more hearts. Let's do this. Yep. Nope. One more life left. And he just like hovers there, like, go away, dude. I'm trying to get my lady's hearts. Alright, finally. Now we move on to the next level. And in the next level, it's the same idea, but you're in a different setting. Now you're in the streets, collecting music notes. And in this level, you can actually get a little bit of help from, what is that, Wimpy? And we died. But if you jump down, he'll catapult you to the top on the far left. And we're dead. So, like always, let me try this again while I'm not talking and see if we can't progress a little bit faster and further. That's actually the first time I've ever done that. Apparently just pisses them off. Come on, man. And blue actually won't go through that through sign. So if you want to be cheap about it, you can just bounce back and forth between the throughs. See? He'll just chill out on his own side. I'm gonna go over here to the hamburger dude. Was that Wimpy? Blimpy? See, I don't know. I'm bad with this game. Or just Popeye trivia in general. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Come on. What the hell? Oh. Man, she just scolds you if you drop a music note in the water. Now we're on the pirate ship. And you gotta watch out for vultures or I don't know what that kind of, but you can punch them in the face, so that's cool. You get 1,000 points for that. Yep, come here, bird. Oh, you're actually building a ladder by spelling out help. Because every time I get a ladder, the ladder gets bigger and bigger. Oh, bird. Damn bird! Oh, I almost had that ladder built. Alright, anyway. Oh, initials. This is the first time I had to put my initials. I told you I suck at this game. This is the first time I've seen the high scoreboard. And we'll just go with Y, because I don't think I can spell my full name. There we are, second place. Awful. So anyway, that's Popeye in a nutshell. Whoa. Pretty cool. I like it. But I guess I can see why some people don't like it. So that's Popeye. One more project done. One more Nintendo cab done. So we're actually furthering the progress of Nintendo Row. We just got to do. Actually, I don't even know I'm gonna do that cab yet. That Nintendo Verse is back there. Once I figure that out, then maybe Nintendo Row will be complete. And then Nintendo Versus actually had to wheel back out because it was giving me some flyback issues. But I don't know, maybe it'll help motivate me to put some sideart on this thing. Even though it's going up next to another cab. Anyway. But it works. Flyback works some days it doesn't. And it's really just, it's starting to arc. So you'll get a little flicker in the screen every 30 seconds or so. And if you turn the lights off, you can actually see a little zip across the flyback to the chassis. But actually, I think I'm gonna roll this in place too, just get out of my way so we can move on to the next project. All right, let me wheel this in place. All right, guys. So Popeye is now in its home. Just to give an idea of what Nintendo Row is starting to look like. We have Felix all the way down to the end. I pushed the Versus back in just to get it out of the way. DK3 is done. Donkey Kong Jr. is done. Donkey Kong needs some monitor work, but it works. Popeye, as you saw. Mario Brothers with big ass Mario on top. And this weird draw poker Nintendo cab, which I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one either. So I got two Nintendo cabs with no plans as of yet. So we'll see. Alright guys, so yeah, just a real quick video. I want to show you that Popeye is up and running. And then next time, I don't know what we're going to do. We got a few projects, but let me show you what I think we're going to do. Alright, hopefully we're going to get to Tron. I know this is going to be the next big project. I got a few little things I got to do, take care of, just to ease my mind. Pac-Man, for instance, the 4th board set is friggin' squirrely and give me some, I don't know, it was just giving me a headache. So I'm pulling that guy out, and I think I'm actually just gonna multi this. I know, as awful as that sounds, but I'm gonna keep the originals intact. I picked up a Pac-Man to JAMA adapter, so all the internals are actually gonna stay the same. So when I do find a Pac-Man board, I can just plug it in. But the multi-boards, for Pac-Man it plays fine. Like Gyrus and stuff, some of the sound issues are a little twangy, but Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man play perfectly fine. And I just want to play this thing. So I'm going to temporarily put that board in there, which is cheaper than a Pac-Man board, more stable because it's newer technology. And then when I do find a working Pac-Man board, I'm going to switch it out. So that's the plans for the short-term plan. And then we got those, we're not going to worry about those yet. But yeah, this is going to be the biggest new project coming up. Literally, we do have everything for this. I got artwork sitting over there in the gym. The board is in my closet. All the wiring I got in the closet. We just need to assemble. So hopefully we can knock this out relatively quick. I don't know. We'll see. And then, I don't know what's after that. So anyway, alright guys, I'm thinking out loud. I'm gonna call it quits today, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.